everyone. I'd like to call the regular scheduled board meeting for November the 8th, 2022 to order. We will have the invocation and pledge of allegiance led by Mr. Edens.
Please bow your heads. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for another beautiful day in the Golden Isles. Thank you for our teachers, administrators, staff, parents, and students. We ask that you be with all throughout the rest of the remainder of the week, as well as the remainder of the school year. We also ask that you be with the school board as we make decisions that affect all students of this community. We ask this in your heavenly name. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Edgy. That will bring us down to the spotlight of Glynn County tonight, stepping in for Miss Tate, who is on her honeymoon. So congratulations to her and her husband. But Miss Seals will be stepping in for her tonight to do the spotlight on Glynn County.
Good evening.
Good evening.
4 Glynn County middle school students recently committed to maintaining academic excellence through high school as distinguished REACH scholars. REACH, or Realizing Educational Achievement Can Happen, is a need-based mentorship and scholarship program designed to promote academic success and create higher education opportunities for academically promising students. Each scholar will receive a $10,000 scholarship upon their high school graduation. This year's scholars are Fortune Hicks of Glynn Middle School, who is unable to be with us tonight, Wasim Murray of J. Macon Middle School, Rihanna Ruff of Needwood Middle School, and Tatiana Cantrell of Risley Middle School. The students were honored during a signing ceremony attended by their families, school counselors, principals, and other community supporters. Each signed a commitment form while their parents stood behind them. Their parents also signed forms promising to support their children. Please give these students a round of applause. Would you all have anything to say to her?
Well, congratulations to all of you. That's a very, very important and a great thing to have, from the school system. So we're proud of each of y'all, looking forward to the end of your high school career and getting that money and moving on to the next level. So we want to introduce the folks that are with you tonight.
I got my Nana and my mama.
All right. And their mama. Again, congratulations to you guys, parents. That's awesome. What a great opportunity for these kids, and we're so proud that you signed the agreement as well to stay behind them. So we certainly need that parental support and involvement. So thank y'all for jumping in as well. So good luck to everyone, and hopefully we'll see you in a few years.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Take care. All right, that brings us down to Citizens Address the Board. We do have one person signed up tonight. I have a preamble to read before we get started. The Board of Education has adopted a policy that permits citizens, under certain circumstances, to address the board on a variety of topics of general concern to the operations of our schools. We welcome visitors to the board meetings and are interested in hearing from the taxpayers and the patrons of our school system. We have a few simple rules for public comment. Each person wishing to address the board must sign this roster. Each person is limited to 5 minutes, and a public comment portion of the meeting will not exceed 30 minutes. Any citizen who has a specific complaint involving an employee must first address this issue with the superintendent, and if it is not resolved, then may request to speak with the board. However, certain matters involving personnel and students must be heard in closed session. The superintendent will inform you whether your complaint is one which should be referred to an executive session with the board. By signing this sheet, you have agreed to abide by these rules. And our speaker tonight is Ms. Grace Green.
Good evening, and thank you for allowing me to share. Although I'm going to speak about many things, they focus around 3 key problems: reliability, safety, and communication. My name is Grace Green, and I'm the foster parent of a 2nd grader at St. Simon's Elementary. This was her first year riding a school bus, and she was super excited. When I mentioned to other parents that she'd be riding the bus, they told stories of how challenging the Glynn County buses can be. But I decided to come in with an open mind. I'm signed up for the school system, text messages, the EduLog app that's supposed to send information about the bus and its routes. And for probably the first week, things seemed fine. And then a few weeks into school, the inconsistencies began. My foster daughter is strong, and she works hard to get ready and be on time for her bus stop. And let me share how that's gone this week. So on Monday, I received a text that the bus would be late after already waiting at the bus stop for 25 minutes. In total, she waited over 40 minutes for the bus that day. Today, again, waited 20 minutes, never receiving any communication about a late bus. Neither day was she picked up by the bus she was assigned to. Each day, I had to call the Glynn County Transportation to know if a bus was coming and when. Unfortunately, this is just 1 week of many with such problems. Some mornings, the bus doesn't arrive until 5 minutes before I'm supposed to start my work day, and this puts me in a difficult place of having to call in late, minutes before I'm supposed to start, or having to leave my child at the bus stop unattended, and I always choose my child, but many parents don't have that luxury. The mission statement of the Glynn County Public Transportation Department is to provide a program of transportation in which all students are provided safe and reliable transportation to and from school. And I can say with absolute certainty that they're failing to provide reliable transportation and failing to communicate with their stakeholders. I realize the challenge with staffing. The job posting on the Glynn County website for bus drivers dates back to 2021, so this is not a new problem. I'm not asking for perfection. I'm first asking for better communication. I use the app, which is supposed to help me know what bus is coming and when, but her route, 63, hasn't had a bus or a driver now for weeks. So we have no way of knowing the bus number or time my kid's going to get picked up. I'm also asking for reliability. I care for a little girl who works hard to be flexible and strong when things change. But when I don't even know when or what bus she's getting on in the morning and I have to call the transportation phone line every day, she starts her day with anxiety and stress. I'm a reasonable and understanding person, and I'm also a foster mom and have a full-time job, and the lack of communication and reliability in bus transportation in the Glynn County school system is disrespectful and puts both myself and my child at risk. I'm going to close with one more story. On days the bus is especially late, so over 30 minutes, you can watch the kids get antsy and start playing along the street. However, one morning a little boy was alone walking up and down the road. His mom had to leave for work and he was locked out of his house and he didn't know what to do if the bus didn't come. Now I realize parents aren't supposed to leave their children unaccompanied at the bus stop, but should a parent have to choose between being late for work or leaving the child alone to wait for the bus? And should a child have to start their day not knowing if the bus is coming and not knowing where to go if it doesn't arrive? The lack of communication and reliability in bus transportation in the Glynn County school system is putting children at risk and is disrespectful. It's not fulfilling its own mission, and this is a problem I believe the Glynn County school system can change and solve. I'm here to answer any questions you may have, and I'm open to creative problem solving to communicate better with stakeholders and to improve reliability in the bus transportation. So I'm happy to answer any questions anybody might have.
Well, actually, this is a point where you just address us. We don't rebuttal,
Okay.
but I do have your information.
Perfect.
So we'll be able to contact you and try to get something worked out. So we apologize for the inconvenience, but we're definitely aware that there's, some transportation issues, but we will continue to work on that, and somebody will be in contact with you. So thank you very much for coming. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, I'll entertain a motion for the approval of the agenda.
I make the motion that we approve the agenda for November 8th.
Okay, motion by Ms. Gibbons. Second. Second by Mr. Edgy. Any discussion? All those in favor? It's unanimous. Consent agenda items. I will place 7, 8, 9A, B, C, D1. Is Mr. Black over here?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll just go over that just for numbers. Anything else anybody wants to add, but I'm gonna go ahead and put the D3, D4, D5, D6, and E. We still have that policy we're sitting still, right? That one? Okay. Any additions or deletions? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion for the consent agenda. Represented.
So moved.
First by Dr. Gary and second by Ms. Gibbons. Any discussion? All those in favor? Unanimous. I'll read those back quickly. Number 7 is approval of the October 6th work session meeting minutes. Number 8 is approval of the October 11th regular board meeting minutes. 9A is personnel, B is field trips, C is facilities committee, dude report, D1 is financial report, D3 is the approval of the GA building chiller, D4 is approval of the surplus vehicles, D5 is approval of the surplus equipment, D6 is the approval of the St. Simon's Elementary classroom technology. E was the policy committee. All of these, again, were talked about during work session on Thursday. Any comments or questions? All right, hearing none, we'll move on, which will bring us down to D2, which is approval of the St. Simon's Phase 4 GMP. Mr. Blacker.
This is a summary of the guaranteed maximum price for Phase 4 that we worked through. But this was bid out through McKnight Construction, the CM, for the project for a total price of $11,129,144. So for the demolition of the classroom wings that need to be demoed for this next phase of the project, and also the demolition of the gym, which will not occur until the end of this phase. The construction of the new gym, all the site work associated with that, the construction of the new kitchen, as well as the construction of the new admin area, all the awnings and associated sidewalks and fencing that's around the property.
Does anybody else have questions?
Thank you.
This is Phase 4 of 5 total phases, right? 5 in total?
Yeah, Phase 5 will probably have sub-phases within it because it's going to be on the older part of the building that we'll have to break up into some different smaller packages potentially, depending on how that goes. So we don't disrupt the school year with it.
Right.
Okay, I just wanted you to review it, just so we can go back over it one more time. Any questions on any of that from Mr. Black? All right, I will entertain a motion for the approval of the St. Simon's Phase 4 GMP for $11,129,144.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Dr. Yergin, second by Ms. Gibbons. Any discussion? All those in favor? It is unanimous. Any need for executive session? Okay. I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Motion by Dr. Yergin. Second by Mr. Hosen.
Wow.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Unanimous at 6:13.